Why don't we check in with the American comic book industry? I know we talk about manga a lot because it's doing so well. American comics, not so much in some ways. I want to take you to IDW, who is probably going to collapse this year. And I'm going to tell you why. This is the worst that they've ever been. Their stock has been hovering around $1 for, I think, the past month now. Yeah, the past month, it's really been getting bad. And on the 20th of, actually, no, let's take that back. The 19th of December, the stock dipped under $1, 96 cents. Now, it's struggling to stay above $1. It keeps kind of going back up and then coming back down. And it's not sticking at $1. So right now it's at 97 cents. Earlier today, it managed to get to $1.04. If this stock, from what I understand, stays under $1 for 15 days, it will get delisted from the market. That would be catastrophic for IDW. It was actually at $1.04 when I first pulled this up because I wanted to make a video about some X-Men panels that I saw on Twitter. And I thought this would be a good thing to include in the video because, well, it's relevant. It's kind of sad, too, because IDW probably had my favorite modern comic of the past 2 years. Took them a while to get all 5 issues out. That's The Last Ronin, which is the original Ninja Turtle creators getting together to tell a story again. It's a sequel to, I think, their run, the original Ninja Turtle comics, which are pretty awesome. Sweet story, too. They basically use their tax returns to print it and stuff. It's a crazy story, the early Ninja Turtle comics, and it, turned into a huge franchise. They made a bet on it, and man, it paid off. IDW has the rights to make Ninja Turtle comics now. Kevin Eastman, I think, works on them. So they have that. The point there is, though, that all they have are independent properties. They don't, or not independent properties, franchises. They used to have Hasbro. That's gone. They lost them. They don't have their own original properties. And because of that, they're kind of dipping down. And it's only been a matter of time. I mean, look at the past 5 years for them. It's been a downhill slide. And I really think it's only a matter of time now until they fold. I don't know what they're going to do with their stock getting delisted. And that's going to happen for sure. It's just not going to stay above $1. And then after that, of course, are the mainstream comics like Marvel. These X-Men Exterminator pages are being shared. X-Men used to be one of the biggest comic books of all time. And now it's really fallen off a cliff. They actually have been trying to build the brand back up with this Krakoa story that they're telling, which is I've lost interest in it a long time ago because the good ones are ruined by the bad ones because you have to read all of them to know what's going on. So while you might get 1 or 2 good books in the X-Men line, problem is you've got 30 other shitty ones that you need to read to understand what the hell's going on in the good ones. And that's a problem. That's a problem. And trust me, there's a lot of shitty X-Men books now. There's I would say at least 35% of all the Marvel books are X-Men focused. And you've got to read all of them if you want to know what's going on. If most of them were good, I wouldn't mind that because you'd be getting a lot of good content. But that's not what you're getting. You're getting 1 good book and 30 shitty ones with writing like this. So I don't know what's going on here. You've got these team members dressed up. One of them, I guess that's Jubilee in the Sailor Mercury outfit. Looks nothing like Jubilee. Professor X, he's the guy in the helmet, says, "I'm certain that level of detail isn't necessary. And why were you guys talking about my ass anyway? because you should be really proud of it. Yeah, have you been working out? Well, yeah, actually, I started doing weight training a few months back. I've heard weight training is actually great for getting a really juicy dumper. That's a real panel from an X-Men comic. A juicy dumper. And then we also have a storyline where this character shoots guns out of her boobs. This is from Mr. Bug over on Twitter. And we also have this, where characters are trapped by this Gambit-looking ripoff. I don't know who he is. He doesn't look like anybody that I know. He's not in a uniform, so I'm not sure. It says, welcome to my aquarium, lovelies. Make yourselves at home because you're never leaving. You like watching people piss, huh? What? You like pee, you're into it. He says, no, that's not true at all. Then why can't we use the clothing racks to do our business in private? It's a security concern. It's an excuse for a poorly disguised fetish. And then the other one says, oh, little piss boy. Piss baby, pee boy. Little baby loves pee. This is a real couple of panels from an X-Men comic book. I want to make sure you know that because this isn't Tumblr. This isn't fan fiction. This is a modern, published Marvel comic book. It's sad because I love Marvel Comics. I did. Silver Age, Copper, Bronze, all of that shit is fantastic. And then, you get into the modern age, and it's just pure trash. Who approves something like this in their editorial? This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but they just keep putting out trash like this. And I talk about this a lot in my videos. The entertainment industry and the failing upwards. That's what's going on here. Because these writers constantly, they don't sell comics. Comics like this don't sell. No one buys them. But those people will constantly be moved upward to other books. They'll keep getting moved from book to book to book. Well, they failed 35 other times on 35 to 40 other books. That's okay. Give them a new one. Give them a new number one. Let's start them off fresh. Maybe this time they'll get it. It's cliquey, untalented people who have driven out the talented people through claims of them being bigots and stuff like that. So they get rid of all the talented people, and then they move in their untalented friends and try to get them in these positions, and it's crippled the comic book industry. There is so much rot at Marvel and DC Comics that I don't know if they can be saved. And I've been talking about this for a long time. They're not going away anytime soon because, to be honest, Warner and DC, or Warner and Disney don't need them to make money. They've essentially turned their comic books into storyboards for future movies and shows that no one's going to want to watch because no one's buying this shit. So while they have all of the money in the world to throw at it, the people that don't are comic book shops who, unfortunately, are getting hit hard by this shit because no one wants to read it. It's sad. They're destroying an industry with garbage like this where they're talking about pee fetishes. This is embarrassing. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble, my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.